What if I told you that the safe little bubble you've created is actually suffocating your potential? That the routines and habits you cling to for security are secretly stealing your future? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that might be uncomfortable to hear, but could completely transform your life. Your comfort zone is killing you, and it's time to break free. Think about this for a second. When was the last time you felt truly alive? I'm talking heart racing, palms sweaty, that mix of excitement and fear that comes with doing something completely new. For most of us, those moments are rare. Instead, we live in our comfort zones, doing the same things, seeing the same people, thinking the same thoughts. It feels safe. But here's the brutal truth. Nothing remarkable ever happens in your comfort zone. Personal story. 3 years ago, I was stuck. I had a decent job, a routine I followed religiously, and a life that looked fine on paper. But inside, I felt dead. Every day blended into the next. Then, one day, my company announced layoffs. I was terrified. But when my boss called me in, instead of firing me, he offered me a promotion, leading a new project in another country. I almost said no. The fear was overwhelming. New country, new responsibilities, new everything. But something inside me whispered that this might be my only chance to escape the rut I was in. Those first few months were the hardest of my life. I made mistakes. I felt incompetent. I was homesick. But slowly, something incredible happened. I started growing in ways I never thought possible. New skills, new perspectives, new friendships that changed how I saw the world. The science of comfort zones. But don't just take my word for it. Science confirms that your comfort zone is actually dangerous to your well-being. Our brains are wired to conserve energy and avoid risk. It's a survival mechanism. But in today's world, this ancient wiring works against us. Studies show that routine and predictability actually accelerate cognitive decline as we age. In contrast, neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections, is triggered by novelty, challenge, and even stress in healthy doses. When you step outside your comfort zone, your brain releases a cocktail of chemicals including dopamine and norepinephrine that enhance learning, memory formation, and motivation. This is why leaving your comfort zone quite literally makes you smarter and more resilient. Signs your comfort zone is killing you. So how do you know if you're trapped? Here are 5 warning signs your comfort zone has become a prison. Number 1. You can predict exactly how your day will unfold every single day. Number 2. You haven't learned a meaningful new skill in over a year. Number 3. You find yourself saying, maybe someday, to the things you actually want to do. Number 4. You experience frequent boredom or a vague sense that something's missing. And number 5. You've stopped having opinions that challenge the status quo. Or worse, you have opinions, but are afraid to voice them. 3 or more of these sound familiar? Your comfort zone isn't just holding you back, it's actively diminishing who you are. How to break free. Breaking free doesn't mean you need to quit your job tomorrow or jump out of an airplane. Real, sustainable growth happens through intentional discomfort in manageable doses. First, start with the 5% rule. Each week, do something that makes you 5% more uncomfortable than usual. It could be speaking up in a meeting if you're usually quiet, taking a different route to work, or having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Second, practice intentional learning. Pick a skill that intimidates you, not one you're naturally good at, and commit to being a beginner. The discomfort of incompetence is where growth happens. Third, expand your social circle. Research shows that engaging with people who think differently than you creates cognitive flexibility and emotional intelligence. Fourth, change your environment. Even small changes like rearranging your furniture or working from a coffee shop can break your brain out of autopilot. And finally, adopt the year from now perspective. When facing a decision that scares you, ask yourself, 1 year from now, will I regret not taking this chance? Objections addressed? Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Stability is important, absolutely. But stability without growth leads to stagnation. The irony is that in today's rapidly changing world, staying exactly the same is actually the riskiest choice you can make. Failed attempts aren't evidence that you should retreat back to safety. They're evidence that you're on the right path. Growth isn't linear. Each setback teaches you something essential about your resilience. Inspiring examples. Need some inspiration? Let me share a few examples of ordinary people who broke free with extraordinary results. Maria was a 42-year-old accountant who'd never traveled abroad. She signed up for a solo trip to Japan despite her anxiety, got lost multiple times, made mistakes with the language, and now professionals find adventure. David had a stutter and avoided speaking in public at all costs. He forced himself to join Toastmasters, where he failed spectacularly for 6 straight months. Today, he coaches executives on communication and says those months of failure were the most valuable education of his life. And then there's Kelly, who spent 15 years in the same company, always wanting to start her own business but paralyzed by fear. When the pandemic hit, she was laid off. Instead of finding another safe job, she finally launched her dream company, which now employs 12 people. So here's my challenge to you. This week, do one thing that scares you. Not terrifies you, just something that makes your heart beat a little faster. Then come back to the comments and tell me what you did and how it felt. If you found value in this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. And if you know someone trapped in their comfort zone, share this with them. Sometimes we all need that push from a friend. Check out these other videos on personal growth and transformation. I especially recommend Embrace Failure, The Secret to Unstoppable Success, right here. Remember, your comfort zone promises safety, but delivers stagnation. The edge of your comfort zone, that space where nervousness meets excitement, that's where life actually happens. That's where you discover who you really are and what you're truly capable of. I believe in you. Now go do something that scares you.